This is a Anything Goes podcast production.
All right. You guys know who it is. It is your girl, Goddess Legend. Welcome back to another episode of The Journey of a Soul Sister. Yes, clap it up. No matter where you are or what you're doing at this moment in time, whether you're on your way to work, about to lay down, or you just simply in your home chilling, thank you for tuning in. Like I stated in previous episodes, some of these episodes will be audio and some of them will be visual. I will link all my information and everything in the description box. Make sure you follow to stay tuned for upcoming episodes. I definitely want to shout out my main man, my engineer, one of my executive producers on the track. His name is Juice. You know him from I'm Chillin' with Juice or Chillin' with Jose podcast. Thank you so much. I definitely want to shout out Digital Studios also, and we're collaboration with them as well. If you haven't been following these people, make sure you tune in for all updates. Enough of that shameless plug stuff. So, a couple of my episodes been a little heavy. Well, only one. But this one right here, I had to do some self-reflection. Like I said, you guys know I dropped my book called The Journey of a Soul Sister. So everything that I've been through and started realizing and doing self-evaluation and self-work, I've realized that I was a terrible individual in a lot of different stages in my life. And trust me, I don't want anybody's sympathy. And if you did judge me, that's on you. But none of us is perfect. So let's just know that. Today, I want to just definitely own a lot of messed up things I've done and take self-accountability and issue an apology. Yes, an apology. You heard what I said. I know you're probably like, what? Issue an apology? A woman apologizing? A black woman at that? Giving an apology? But I got something even better. I am definitely apologizing to men. You heard it. Men. I am apologizing to the black men on behalf of other women, myself included, and anyone who don't feel like they're ready to apologize yet. But once you start working on you, you will see that you do owe people an apology. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and go with this.
I admit that I was out of control, but I still love my man with my body and soul. When the road gets rough, you say things you should not say. But I never meant to treat my baby that way. I apologize. Believe me.
It's like, no, that was my Anita Baker impersonation. If you guys don't know that song, that is by Anita Baker. It came out in 1994. Hey, auntie. She knew what it was all about, right? She knew she was crazy. She knew she was out of control. They had a horrible fight, and she was apologizing. She was taking self-accountability because at the end of the day, we do stuff to people, but we love them. We don't really want them to walk away sometimes. It just be our emotions, and we act off of emotion. So for her to come up with that song and sing it in 1994, and when I say sang, I mean she sang that song. We really need to take and listen to all of these words that she said. She said, I admit that I was out of control. How many times have you been out of control, women? I mean, come on now. Let's just really be honest. My dad going executive producer in the back like, And men, how many times have you experienced women being out of control? Let's just be honest.
All the time.
He had to speak into the mic for that
all
one.
the time.
Right? And I just want to say, like, we've been out of control. That is because our emotions are all over the place. And it's hard to process that sometimes. Whether it's from your mother, your sister, your aunt, your niece, your daughter, your grandchild. Sometimes emotions get the best of us, whether you're male or female, but I'm not going to turn that into a sexist thing right now. It's all about self-accountability. It's all about apologizing to the man, especially the black man. So with that being said, it was really holding hard on my heart about everything. I was like, man, what did I do? I've done some things. I have, listen, whoo. And all because what I was taught, things that came into my life and what I thought that it was supposed to happen. So when I sit back and I talk to a lot of my male friends, and I do have a lot of male friends, and I love y'all dearly, even if I get on your nerves, they always say things to me that they hear from women or how they feel. Because they always say we don't apologize, or we're out of control, we're so emotional, we're irrational, we need to think things through. And I'm like, well, why do you say that? Like, I don't get it. Like, what happened? What did we do? So some of them would say, y'all don't really care about us. Y'all don't be cheering for us the way you do unless there's something attached to it or you're getting something out of the deal. You don't really love us unconditionally, which I don't believe in unconditional love, but I'm just giving y'all some feedback. And then therefore, it's easy for us to diminish y'all. It's easy for us to just treat you the way that we treat you or get out of control. And when they said that to me, I was like, what? You lying. Because I love people. I don't do this. I don't do that. So we instantly get upset. We instantly get on the defense because we like, I am not that person. I did not do that. But then we have to sit back and think, I probably did do that to a lot of people. Rather, it was intentional or not. How can I discard your feelings of what I made you feel or how I was acting? Sometimes an apology needs to just be an apology. Rather, you feel as though you were wrong or not. Now, listen, I am taking my own advice with this. Taking my own advice, it is very hard for me to apologize, especially if I feel like I didn't do anything wrong. But when I started working on myself and self-journey, like I said, you guys are going through this journey with me, I have been wrong. Yes. Wrong. So I need to apologize to every man, to everyone that I have ever offended and hurt, even if I feel like I didn't do anything wrong, but I discarded your feelings. I didn't make you feel valuable. And I disrespected you probably. Not that I disrespected you. So I apologize for that. That is why I'm apologizing. But let me explain to you how it is so easy for us women to get that way with you men. With you men, you heard me the first time. We are taught the illusion of independence. You heard what I said. The illusion of independence. 9 times out of 10, some of us are growing up in single parent households. And we are taught that we got to do what we need to do to survive. You do not bow down if a man cannot take care of you. You need to do X, Y, Z in order to make it. So as soon as you do something stupid, we're like, okay, I need to get to the next because I should not be putting up with this bullcrap. So the illusion of independence keeps us separated because I'm coming to you like, I got this, I got that. I don't need a man for anything. First of all, that's disrespectful to tell a man that I don't need you for anything. Then why is he here? Because if somebody come and tell me just to shoe another foot, I don't need you for nothing. Then why are you in my presence? Why are you sharing my energy? First of all, why are you breathing the same air that I'm fucking breathing? Like, please go. Go breathe somewhere else. To me, that is an apology. Needs to be said. I need to apologize because guess what? I have said that numerous of times to so many people. Not even people, so many men, right? I'm independent. I pay my own bills. I take care of my own kids. I've been on my own since I was 14. Nigga, you ain't showing me nothing. You ain't doing nothing for me that I can't do for myself. That's the illusion. But that's just the materialistic aspect of it. Let's talk about how he can feed my mental. Let's talk about how he can help me emotionally if he's in touch with his emotional side. Let's show how he can take direction and make me look at something in a different point of view instead of myself being just stuck with this brick wall that I need to be strong. I need to have this independence and I need to do all these things. That's stupid. Like, it's so stupid. I am so tired of doing that. What? I don't want to take no damn trash out. Nigga, like, I need you to change this light bulb. For example, I have a new shower. I'm just saying. And it's still in the box. It's not up. I don't know what I'm doing. I am not crafty. I know it's women that can do that too. But I'm just saying certain things that we put upon men. And those things like that, if I have a man that say, hey, I can do this for you. My first reaction normally would be like, and what you want in return? And why you want to do that? Yeah, all right, nigga. Like, I'm good. You know, just that independent illusion, just that thing to fool myself into believing that if I am up on a certain level, I don't need you. For example, some women, we go to school, we push and we get degrees and we like, yes, this is what I need. I got this. But this degree, we use it and we devalue a man who may not have a degree. So we don't want to mess with him because we feel like he's not educated enough. Or he can't provide what I think he should provide because this is what they told me I should provide. That's an apology that need to be issued immediately. Because you have no idea a man's walk of life. I'm not a man, but I have plenty of male friends who tell me things and show me things and explain things to me. And instead of us thinking that they're a simp or they being emotional or he a punk, whatever words you want to say, or a bitch, y'all know that, beep that out. But yeah, those things, why don't we just sit back and listen to their struggles? We're supposed to be their backbone, their peace. And people say, oh, he need to be my peace. How he going to be my peace? And he out here doing X, Y, Z, yada, 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 yada. That's because there was no foundation, but there was no real compromise in the beginning. We wanted what we wanted, and we settled for what we settled for. Instead of really divulging and saying, if this person can just be a friend, if this person will be my man, if this person will become family. We just get caught up in that moment. So I want to issue an apology for that because I was guilty of that as well. I make good goddamn money. I'm saying now. But the amount of kids I got, it don't look like I do. But again, like I said, I feel as though if I had all this together, what I need you for? So I apologize to all the men that I have ran into. And I've said that to. Whether you were my friend, my cousin, my uncle, my brother, my son. I did self-evaluation. I have boys. And I teach them to be vocal. I teach them to express their feelings because their feelings are valid. If I ever made a man feel as though he could not express his feelings to me because I was going to shut him down because of my own hurt, because of my own insecurities or my own belief, let me apologize again. I'm supposed to be your safe space. I'm supposed to help heal you and you heal me as well. I apologize. I have to get that out of there. I have to say that. I say this humbly, and I come to you asking for forgiveness. Yes, I said forgiveness. I'm sorry. I really am. I was a sorry individual. So for every man that is looking for a woman to apologize and to say, I need this apology, or she never even acknowledged her wrong, let me do that for my sister right now. Because right now she's not in a mental and emotional capacity to even understand where you're coming from. So let me apologize and be that big sister, that big mother, that big auntie, grandma, whatever you want to call it, right? Let me apologize on behalf of them because they do not know what they have done. Now, if you quote that from the Bible, you already know where I got that from. However, I am here to do that for you. I am here to ease your mind. I am not perfect. Never will be. However, I am sorry. I do apologize. I am asking for forgiveness. I allowed what society say our relationship should be with men or how women should be to tear us apart, to create this cycle to where as though now we're enemies. Instead of looking at you as my competitor, I should have been looking at you as my equal. I should have been looking at you as someone who can uplift me and I can uplift him. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the times I did not support you and I shut you down when you just had a hard day and you just wanted to just tell me about it. But because I was so wrapped up in my day-to-day and I'm saying I'm taking on all of this, why can't you just shut up and take it too? I am sorry for that. The times that you just wanted your alone time and I didn't respect that you just wanted your alone time, I'm sorry for that too. I am sorry how your mother may have treated you to force you be a man before you were even ready to be a man. I am sorry if your mother ever abandoned you because she was in a rough place where she did not know what she was doing. Because when people abandon people, it's nothing but a protection response. She may not feel like she was adequate enough to be your mother. She may not felt as though she was worthy of you. Let me apologize for that. Let me apologize if your mother abused you, or your grandmother, or your aunt, or your sister, because all those behaviors were learned. That was just a response, an anger response. It doesn't make it right. But when all you know is that, sometimes that's what ends up happening. Let me apologize if your mother ever down-talked you and made you feel like you were less than, that is only because she has a persona in her mind of what a man should be, or she was hurt so bad from a man that she saw in you some characteristics and it triggered a response in her. Let me apologize for that for you. Let me apologize to any woman that talked to you like you weren't shit. That is because that was learned behavior of what she saw and how other people talk to people like they ain't shit. Because of the self-value. Let me apologize that she didn't see your value. Or you didn't feel comfortable enough to share it. Let me apologize for that too. Let me apologize for being impatient and wanting an instant response. Because now I know sometimes when you're having a conversation with someone, give them a minute to respond. Everyone do not process information the same. Let me apologize for that to you. Let me apologize that you didn't feel safe for any wrong that has ever been done to you. And then all you had to do was bottle it up and keep it moving because they say a man should just be a man. But what is a man besides your sex? Let me apologize that you couldn't explore the arts. That may have been something you wanted to do, but you were pushed to play sports, and that never was you. Let me apologize for you being the last person to eat at the table when you should have been worshiped at your feet. Let me apologize for any insecurities that any woman has may caused you. I'm here to do that for you. I am here to support you. I don't want to be your enemy anymore. I do not. I also want to apologize for teaching my daughters, and all women teaching their daughters, that men will fail you before they even get a chance to prove to you who they are. And when I say that, that means that's conversations that we have. I just literally had a conversation probably 10 minutes ago when I said, at the end of the day, the responsibility falls on the woman, right? Society has put that up to where as though the man can just do the bare minimum. So you guys adopt this behavior and do the bare minimal, because guess what? That is what's always been allowed. So let me apologize to the fathers who want to take their baby straight home when the fathers are better than a mother. Let me apologize for that. Let me apologize for how the court system is set up to destroy man. Unless you got somebody that's smart that's going to help you work the system, don't hit me up, but I'm just saying, for those who do that, let me apologize for that. Let me apologize that you don't feel like you can even teach your own son how to be a son. Let me apologize for the times that your bitter baby mother, and I'm saying baby mother because I ain't saying child's mother because I believe baby mothers act like this, and baby fathers, wouldn't let you see him or her because you did not do what they wanted you to do, or you chose not to sleep with her anymore, or you were no longer attracted to the person was because the physical attraction wore off and you had a baby out of physical attraction. It happens. I got one. Hello. Again, let me apologize for someone making your life hell, for busting your windows out your car. I'm just saying, I did it. Okay? Let me apologize for all of those things. And let me apologize for me not being that friend or that woman that you thought could be your friend. And I betrayed you in some form or fashion, even if it was intentional or not. Let me apologize to just identify your feelings, your fears, your pain. I cannot imagine what you go through when you walk out the door. All I can do is sympathize. That fear struck me. I have 2 boys. And I apologize for every time you walk out, you can't even wear your hoodie walking down the street. Let me apologize. You can't even run in peace. You can't even walk. You can't even carry a licensed gun. Let me apologize for us women not understanding that pain. Let me just apologize for all of that trauma. Let me also apologize for the fact that you feel powerless in something that was designed to break our black men down. For those who are not in tune with this, or you haven't educated yourself, or you haven't seen things by design, all the way back since they brung our people over here, whatever the case may be, whatever you believe in, the black man has always been devalued and has been taught to be devalued. So let me apologize for me and my sisters and my mother and my grandmother and my aunt that we didn't see it sooner. They took the biggest slave, the biggest black man, and it was called breaking the buck. For those who don't know this, breaking the buck is when they sodomize, rape our man, the biggest and strongest leader out of anything back in the day, to make him feel less than and make him seem powerless in a woman's eyes. So if it starts there, and just think about time after time after time, where black men couldn't get jobs, where black men couldn't be in a home. Let's not go into government assistance. You can't even have your baby father, kids, or father raises a family. Let's not go into the Black Panther method. Oh, no. It was murdering them. Let's not go into the crack bill. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Where they ran up men from all hoods and threw them in jail for no reason. So let me apologize that we didn't fight hard enough for you. And I know some of you women like, why are you apologizing like that? What in the world is going on? Oh, these niggas ain't shit. They do this, they do that. So now we turn into the bitter bitches. Because we don't want to accept our own shit. Ain't nobody perfect. But let's really run this down to when it goes back to generational hurt and generational curses and how our men can't be men. The men that they want to be. Not the men that society tells them. Not the men that your grandmother told you. Not the men that your aunt or your sisters were the ones they fucking. But the men who they want to be. Who they discover. Let me apologize for that. And if you don't understand that and you don't get that and you think something is wrong with this message, then something is wrong with you. It's nothing wrong with being independent. It is nothing wrong with taking care of your business. It is nothing wrong with being there for other people. But acknowledging your wrongs when you was talking to somebody like they weren't shit, whether they was male or female, regardless of what they did to you, you were wrong. When you reacted off emotions and caused pain or harm to anybody else, you were wrong. And I'm saying it because I did it. And I ain't perfect. But now I know I was wrong. And now me going through my life and about to be 35 years old, I'm not doing this no more to my man. I'm not. I'll speak my mind. But at the same time, I need to value what he's saying out his. That goes from all my male friends. That goes from my sons, my nephews, my uncles, whoever you are, if you have a penis and you were born with it. That is what I am going to do. Even if I feel like you're being an ass. Even if I think you're stupid as hell. I still need to value what you're saying. I still need to acknowledge your feelings. And then also understand that you may be caught up in your generational curse as well. You may still be brainwashed of what society think it is. But every man and women, you listen to me, and men, y'all can put in the comments, send me a DM, holla at my people and say the same thing. But every man just want to be heard. Whether they right, wrong, or indifferent. Just how you want to be heard, tap into that. Everybody has a masculine and feminine. It just depends on where they fall at the time in their life. So if they're in a feminine stage, allow him to be in his feminine moment and not devalue him as a man. Don't do it. He has emotions. He thinks like you. He feels like you. He breathes like you. The only thing that really makes you different is your sex. That's it. So the same thing that you are expecting for this person to give you, ask yourself, are you giving these people, these men, the same thing? Your son that you wake up every morning to. Your uncles, your fathers. Start looking through the hurt and pain in their eyes. Sit down and have a conversation. Take your emotions out of it or what they've done to you or what you think is happening. Ask them, what happened to them to make them react the way they do? Some may be open to go ahead and tell you. Some may not. However, ask that question. You might shock the shit out of them for a second. And no matter what they say, no matter what they say to you, please, women, please, 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 do not, and these are two things, react, overreact. You listen. When I say listen, I'm not saying listening to respond. I'm saying listen. If you're going to respond, ask a follow-up question to what they just said to help you better understand. And then the next thing that you better not do once that man confide in you and you apologize for his hurt and you rub his back and you tell him you love him, your next argument, no matter what he does to you, no matter what happens, if you love this person and you want to be with this person, you better not throw that shit in their face. Don't you do it. Don't do it. Because if you throw it back in their face, they will never love you the same. They will never look at you the same. They will look at you as if you were somebody they are just tolerating, and they will be gone because the respect will leave. And then you'll be wondering why he's acting the way he's acting, why he's out when he's out, why he's doing what he's doing. Because you caused it. Because you allowed him to drop his shield. You allow him to be himself. Let's make that clear. Be himself. Be vulnerable. Us women, we are the womb. We are the goddesses. We are the creator. You come out. We harness the man's life force, and women too. The baby is born, it's on the mother's chest. That son, first love, is his mother. He finds that and searches that in every woman on some type of way to make him feel comfortable. Men marry the woman that makes him feel comfortable. And if you throw that shit in his face, then you deserve to be alone. Because that means you're hurt. That means you have a problem. That means you don't love this man unconditionally. And I don't even believe in unconditional love. But when it comes to emotions of somebody being vulnerable to you, you won't want nobody throw that shit in your face. Why do it to him? Because he's a man? Or if he don't know something, try to teach him if you know. What's wrong with that? Because we're here to teach each other. We're here to grow together. And we're here to change together. There are so many things that we got pegged against us as women. But just walk a day in his shoes and imagine the thoughts that's going through his mind and he can't even call and express it. Y'all wonder why they so close to their homeboys. They got stuff in common. You wondering why he's spending more time and talking to them about his emotions and his feelings and how they know something was wrong with him and you didn't. Reevaluate your relationship. Or why he turned into his homegirls or a group chat and talking about the shit, but he can't talk to you. I would feel like shit. I would be hurt. Like, I know damn well they ain't know about it and I didn't. You know, I would be in my feelings. But then getting out of my feelings, I need to do self-evaluation. And again, that question would be is, why am I here? Let me ask him why I'm here. Another thing is turn to the man and also ask him, what is the value you see in me? Because you're all together. You're supposed to grow. Or this is your friend. Or this is your family. Just because you give birth or just because y'all became related and y'all tolerate each other. But what is the value that we hold with each other? What's the real value? How am I here to help you grow as an individual? As a man. Don't worry about what you're getting out of it. Because obviously you're in this person's life. Obviously you want to be a part of this person's journey. So figure out where you stand in this journey and then apologize for how you fucked up during the journey. Because trust me, we all have. And it's just crazy. I just want to apologize again and keep apologizing that I was taught, hatred for myself and for my fellow man. From how these niggas ain't shit. From how you watch Mari on TV, which I do like Mari, but I'm just saying. Just certain things that happen. I'm just saying I do like it, but it happens, right? How I'm seeing all these things, they want to mess with this materialistic woman or just having multiple women and doing all that. But that comes from you just researching and figuring out the person that you're dealing with. Because honestly, men want to be comfortable enough to tell you, like, look, I'm not the monogamous type. I love women, but I love you too. And I want you too. It's either you going to be with it or you ain't. And then you got some that lie because they just want to be selfish. But that's another story. Still forgive the person for them not being comfortable enough to be who they really want to be because of everything that happened leading up to that. So I have my, Juicy Juice executive producer. I just want to ask you one question. And the question that I want to ask you is, how many times have a woman made you feel uncomfortable?
Several.
And when you say several, how many several?
More than 10.
Okay. And how many apologies do you feel that you were owed in your life?
All of them.
What?
All of them. I want all my apologies. I want all of them.
Okay. You want all of them?
Yes.
All right.
Like reparations.
Reparations?
Yeah.
Okay.
40 acres and an apology.
And an apology. Do you feel that's just owned from women that you've been intimate with, or all women within your life?
Probably just the ones I've been intimate with.
So you don't feel like any family member, even the woman who birthed you,
Nah.
on no form?
No.
Nothing.
No.
That is amazing.
No. No.
But just intimacy.
Yeah, just intimacy, yeah.
And why do you feel as though it's just intimacy?
With intimacy, there's a form or a sense of entitlement there. So, they feel, or I would like to think that they feel, that they can kind of do whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, they can kind of say anything they want to, because, as long as I care for them, and, it's, he'll forgive me, and, we love each other and all that other shit. Fuck that. Apologize. You did wrong. I'm good for pointing out, like, hey, you know what? I think you should apologize for that. It was kind of messed up. It was kind of, foul. No apology. It's unfortunate. A lot of women feel like they don't do anything wrong.
And that's true,
A
because
lot of them feel that way.
Because what we were programmed to believe, and how we were raised, and things that we've been through.
Yeah, I get all of that. But in the same token, some of them will preach some of this most profound, deep. I've grown. Nah, I'm sorry, I don't believe it. You haven't, or at least it hasn't shown yet. Or maybe you're going through growing pains, or
could be going through growing pains.
Haven't hit puberty yet, maybe. But
true.
But nah, apologies are a must, especially if you do something wrong. I ain't saying you got to walk around here and be sorry. You're not a sorry person, but if you did something wrong, apologize for what you did.
But again,
that
like you said, some people don't feel like they've done anything apology. So you as a man, you say you will point it out. And for that, women who are listening and men who are listening, even if you feel uncomfortable pointing it out, you need to let people know that they've done something wrong to you. And the reason why I say that is because if a person don't know, or they don't feel as though they done,
if they don't
then
know,
they won't apologize.
You can't fault them if they don't know. But if you've articulated this in a way that you see that they should get it and they still don't, then that's a different story. But people.
So lesson number 1, you need to articulate,
speak up,
and say that men feel comfortable enough, even if it's causing an argument. Y'all gonna argue any fucking way.
You gonna argue anyway. That you're not gonna escape an argument. You're not.
And women, you probably like, well, he did it. I don't give a fuck. No, apologize for the part that you played.
And you're gonna hear that. Like the moment you express that they need to apologize, you're gonna hear what you did 3 months prior.
Yes, that would be true.
Talking about 30 minutes ago, you made me feel X, Y, and Z.
And that's the art of, which I'll go into in another episode, of arguing, right? Because my thing is, I don't want to argue about what you did a couple months ago. The problem is what now? Because if you come to me about shit I did 6 months ago, now we got a problem.
I'm actually not paying attention to any of that.
Let's talk about what caused
the
current
right
now.
Why,
so
how did we get here today?
We're definitely going to dive in that into another future episode. So I ask you all these questions because I want to say to you as your friend, I don't think I've done something wrong to you yet. However, I could have. And also, let me apologize on behalf of all the women that should have apologized to you. It may not be the same because you want it from that individual person, but the fact that I am acknowledging your hurt, acknowledging your pain, and knowing that, because I've never been intimate with you, but I'm just saying, those women who were intimate with you, let me apologize because they don't know what they have done. Again, we are all going through growing pains. We are all having our own awakening, and some people never wake up.
That is very true, and I appreciate your apology.
Look at that. That's so sweet. Yeah. So for people who don't think that I can apologize and be nice and be sweet, listen, I'm really deep. Like, I really love people, I think. I really do. And I care about your mental. I care about your well-being. I care about your hurt. I care about all men, even if you've done me wrong. Lord, even if you've done me wrong. Whew, that's a deep breath. I had to take that in because a lot of people have done me wrong. But if you are a male and you done me wrong, I know that it was a reaction to something else that you have been going through. Something that was mentally and emotionally disturbed by you, where you were never comfortable to be who you need to be. So now all you are doing are reacting in trauma responses. And in my book, In the Journey of a Soul Sister, I have a chapter called Trauma Bonding. and certain reactions. These things are created. We are not this by birth. So experiences, life, and design. It is what it is. I'm just like, I'm sorry. I'm not a sorry person, but I am sorry for my actions. Like sincerely, deeply, and how I'm feeling. And I know you're like, oh my gosh, this is so deep. It's so touching. It's so going on. What you thought I was going to get on here and talk shit and be crazy? Sometimes I will. But again, this is called the journey of a soul sister for a reason. I am taking you along on a journey with me. We're going to identify things within myself or things I've learned or things that I'm seeing because this is life. This is my journey. So what I want to say is when I close this out, I just want to say that I am truly sorry. I apologize, Black man. This is my apology to a Black man. Thank you.
This is a Anything Goes podcast.